We're back. Howard Stern and the gang from Private Parts and Robin Quivers. How about a hand for Robin, the other woman in Howard's life?
May I compliment Robin on having the #1 movie in the country?
Yes. Well, thank you, Howard. And let me return the favor. You have the #1 movie as well.
We were on the air this morning.
That sounded so sincere.
It was very hard for me to even talk to Robin this morning on air because she's such a big movie star. It was very difficult.
It's true,
Right.
and I'm having a little trouble dealing with you. In fact, people are saying 2 stars.
Right.
I often have trouble. You know, the egos are so great. How do 2 stars work together?
We figure we're too big now for radio.
We're too big for each other.
No. The funny thing is, when I wrote my book, I got really good reviews for the first time in my life. You know, the critics said, "Hey, it's well written, it's funny." And then when the movie came out, we got all these phenomenal reviews. And it occurred to me, the thing that I get bashed at most is radio. Critics have never once given me a nice review on my radio show, so I'm pretty sure the thing I'm the worst at is radio. That's it.
Don't believe your press.
Yeah, really?
Do you want to do this? So we've got a 6,500 square foot environment here. Now, Dr. Ruth is still counseling. Has she moved on to the actors from the movie now? Has she left?
I'm not. We are going to do that as a secret. I want to know.
So how much?
I think Dr.
I don't think Dr. Ruth is a sex expert, but I don't think Dr. Ruth has had sex in like 20 years.
Because you're going to find out what sex is.
I promise you that Jackie Martling will have sex with Dr. Ruth before the end of the show. He will seduce her, I know it.
He's a sex expert.
Oh, my God.
Now if I was going to get sexual advice, it would be from Jackie Martling.
He's made love to a one-legged woman. He's amazing.
Maybe,
Cut back to Jackie for a second, if you would, Dana.
Yeah, go ahead.
What? That apparently touched a nerve there, Robin, whatever.
I don't know, Dr. Ruth, I'm running up. There you go. Oh, there's a shot.
Oh, man, that's our Story 24 cam. All right. Now, are you happy? All right, let's get the focus back on Robin Quivers here, the other woman. Are you happy with this environment for your interview?
Well, we could move if you want. I mean, we don't live here, so we don't know what's here.
We're in commercial, and of course you said, well, Robin, do you want to do the interview here?
Right.
Now, I'm listening to this, and Robin said, okay, well, what do you suggest? And you said the library. Maybe that would be a more interesting place. And I'm saying, oh, my God, I am so tired. I hope we don't have to move out of this couch.
In the library, Howard.
But, I mean, just
it wouldn't kill you to move right down the hall.
The thought of getting up out of this couch and moving to a library.
You're that comfortable?
I mean, I'm just so exhausted. But if you guys want to move, I will do it with you.
All right. I thought we had the Il Postino moment on our show.
Well,
this could be it.
I often said during the making of the movie that, like that guy in Il Postino, I will drop dead during this movie because I was not only doing my morning radio show, then we would go out.
You know, that guy did have a heart condition, Howard. What is your excuse?
I'm sure that I have a heart condition. Look at me. You ever see any old people who are this tall? Yeah, it doesn't work that way. So I'm pretty sure I will end up like that guy. I'll have the #1 box office hit, and I'll be in the grave somewhere, never to enjoy it. Wonderful.
Why don't we, we're going to give you a shot at picking a room here. A little music, Rob, if we could.
This is like turn the tail on the dog.
And why don't we, while we're moving around here, show a little bit of the clip. Now, this is, I believe, the clip that shows that Robin and Howard have not always been so close, have not always been so tight. There was a bitter falling out period when Robin was fired from a WNBC, and you accused Howard of not backing
Well, it seemed that way to me at the time.
Yeah, because he wasn't marching out with you. So let's go to the videotape, and we'll wander around here.
But listen to me. You give me a couple of days, I know I can get you back on the air. I know it.
Forget it.
They're trying to break us apart. They're trying to beat us.
That's the whole point. You and Fred should quit and we should go somewhere else.
Quit. If I quit, they win. Don't you see? I don't want them to win. I can't quit.
You're not going to quit?
No.
You're going to let them throw me out like garbage?
No, I want to beat these guys. I want to stomp them into the ground. The only way to do that is to stay on the air. I got to stay on the air, Robin.
You're pathetic.
I'm not pathetic. Just give me a couple of days to make them understand. I can convince these guys to bring you back. I know I can do that.
They stopped dead. We wouldn't.
Yeah, you got to know how big our.
What a compelling movie.
You got to know how big our ego is. You're supposed to move to another room, and then there's this little TV set where you can watch the monitor. And of course, Robin and I stopped dead in our tracks and go, we can't miss our own clip.
We're on TV. We couldn't leave.
We need to see our own clip.
They would ask us to leave now.
We've only seen the movie. How many times do you figure we've seen this movie?
Well, you've seen it. You said about 30 times. I've only seen it about 7 times.
No, let's sit down. Let's go sit here. The hell with it. It was a bad idea.
Thank God. This is nice. In case there's another clip, I don't want to miss it.
Did you know, somebody told me the other day that we, #1, as a comedy team, we have beaten the longevity of Martin and Lewis.
Right.
and we're coming up on the longevity of Abbott and Costello.
But will we ever beat the Three Stooges? Those guys went a little too long.
Yeah.
Mo was 174 years old, and he was still making the Three Stooges go to Mars. And, you know, there's something not funny about a 900-year-old man getting smacked around in the face.
Well, can you do this? Yeah, I was actually thinking this morning. Can you do this when you're 55 years old, going to K-Rock in the morning?
We think we're like Mo. We'll never know.
No, because I did ask Howard once. One day we had just gone through a whole sequence of farting on the air, and they were all laughing hysterically. I never thought it was funny, but they just love it.
It's like the guy thing. Yeah,
and so I walked into the studio after this had all gone on, and I said, "Can you still do this at 50?" And he said, "I don't see why not."
Yeah, more often, probably.
Unfortunately, yes. I'm waiting to mature. You know, someone said to me, well, you know, you have the mentality of a 5-year-old. I said, thank you, because I thought it was about a 3-year-old.
That's exaggerated, yes.
Yeah, well, but I figured that's a good thing, because otherwise the radio show would come to a halt if I actually became intellectual.
Yeah.
Well, it's true, because when we were doing, we've been doing a lot of interviews in advance
guys have been going
of the movie.
Please look at this.
And people say to me, does he still shock you? And I said, yes, what is so shocking now is that he hasn't matured.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we've
What's the
been
last
together
thing you did
for...
on the air, though, that legitimately shocked you?
Well, he keeps telling, you know, it's embarrassing.
What's embarrassing?
He keeps telling us about his bowel movements now.
Right.
You know, he'll come in and say, you know, I've been eating a lot of bran.
Yeah.
And,
What happened?
I'm having diarrhea. I'm like, Howard, I don't want to know
We'll be
this.
happy to know we have a bathroom, too.
You do have a bathroom?
Yeah,
I might have to go use it while Robin reveals more embarrassing details of my
Oh,
life.
no, you're embarrassed.
Oh, you're on TV now, on a legitimate show. Where's the puppet? Where's the puppet when you need it? Never around when you need a puppet.
While you're watching these fine commercials, we'll probably actually really finally move somewhere else. And Jackie and Gary and Fred and Dr. Ruth will join us in the bedroom as Fox After Breakfast continues.
Hard to believe that those guys are in a #1 movie. Very hard to believe.
It's hard to believe about all of us. Let's get serious.
Stop talking.
Howard Stern is the 90s answer to Joan Crawford.